the air of your fire, undefined soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Welcome to My Psychic Connection. I'm Innerji The Metaphysical Crone. I am so happy and excited to be here with you once again this week. And if you're new, pop in and say hello. And if you're returning, pop in and say hello, because I love to interact with everyone. I love to have our conversations during the show. So don't be scared to put your comments, put your hellos, put where are you from in the comments, because we are a worldwide platform here at My Psychic Connection. I'm from Australia. We have people from the UK. Let me know where you're from. That would be really interesting to see tonight. But we've got lots of readings. We've got a packed show. I'm really excited. But first, let's go over some of the house rules. Now, we do both free and paid readings here at My Psychic Connection. The free readings are 2 minutes long. So when that little bell rings, I have to stop. And it's great in a way because it allows us to get through more readings in a show. Otherwise, I'd be talking to the one person all night, and I want to share the love with everyone. Now, general questions. If you want to ask a general question, you can go over to our website at mypsychicconnection.com. We do generals there. When it's on the live show, we prefer you to go to the website, because here on the live show, a general live reading can go in so many directions, and there may be some things that you don't want the rest of the world to know about. So just remember that. Make your questions specific. What do I mean by a specific question? A question that's got some context, got a little bit of background to it. For example, you might say, will I get a new job in June? Let me know, are you looking for a new job, or are you just hoping one will come? Are you looking at changing careers as opposed to changing jobs? So a little bit of context, a little bit of juicy meat in your question means that I can get to your answer much more quickly. Now, with the donated readings, tonight we are offering the quick read, which is longer than the 2 minutes, but it is still timed. And we also have the mini, medium, and mega. No, those are untimed. Those readings take as long as they take. Now, with the mega reading, this is awesome. You can ask up to 4 different questions. The questions don't even have to be on the same topic. So the mega is the ultimate donated reading. So I encourage you, if you've got a lot going on in your life, to look at the mega reading. Now, if you want to make a donation, all you have to do is go into the chat, click on the link, but make sure you pop your question in so that we're not chasing you for it. And of course, we have a new thing. We are now using Cash App. It's a fabulous app where you can go in and you can make your donation there. But remember, with the Cash App, you have to actually put in the correct amount for the type of reading that you want to have, whether it's the quick read, the mini, the medium, or the mega. And of course, here at My Psychic Connection, we so love to pay things forward. So $1 from your donation tonight will go to the Ryan White program, a wonderful program that helps people from all walks of life, regardless of how they identify themselves. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about tonight is we've got some great games happening. We've got the emoji game starting right now, so start keying in those emojis. For those of you who've been here before, you know I love my kangaroos, but I also like blue hearts. But I would love to see your favorite emojis, so start keying them in, because the person who puts in the most emojis will win a special divination reading from me a little bit later in the show. I also have a new game starting tonight. Well, actually, it's not really a new game. I used to do it a few months ago in my previous season and decided to reintroduce it. It's the Colours of Life game. So more about that a little bit later on. So I think we're all caught up on the rules. Come in and say hello. Would love to hear from you. So with all of that, let's see what we're up to next. We are going to do, oh, it's Cassidy. Hi, Cassidy. Cassidy's saying, let's go energy. Yes, my energy's all over the place. Even though we don't have that Gemini, lots of Gemini energy anymore, I still feel really, really revved up. So other interesting thing tonight, we have the lightning round at the halfway point, but we also have an additional lightning round. So 2 lightning rounds for the show where you can answer yes, no questions, or I will answer the yes, no questions. So make sure that you check on that as well. Okay, so let's go to our first question. Who do we have, please? Synchronicity. It's our first lightning round. Now, if you're new, how does the lightning round work? Well, it's very simple. You just ask a question that I can only answer a yes or no or an undetermined to. So that's, will this happen? Won't this happen? As opposed to who, what, where, why, and how. They're called open-ended questions, and I can't answer those with a yes, no, or undetermined. So start keying those questions in. We've got 3 minutes for this first lightning round, so madly start keying in your questions. I want you to challenge me, because the thing with the lightning round is it's so hard for me as a reader to just go yes, no, undetermined. I want to tell you the whole story. So I have to learn how to keep a zip on my lips with yes, no, or undetermined. So let's start keying in those questions and see who we have tonight for those. Also too, here we go. We'll just start off with our first question. I saw one just pop up. And also we've got Perry here. Perry, greetings from Guyana. Oh, wow. Welcome, Perry, from Guyana. That sounds, I have to look that up and find out more about it. All right, so Perry asks, will I get the cruise job soon? Let's have a look for you, Perry. Oh, undetermined on that one. And Gemma, does Adam's friends Matty and Eleanor know we are in a relationship? Good question. Let's have a look. Yes, more to that. Emma Rose, will Mark and Blondie ever get married? Let's have a look for you. No. So hard just to say yes or no. Cassidy, will there be conflict in my meeting tomorrow? Undetermined. More to that one as well. There's always more, isn't there? Kat, will Jeff reach out this year? Let's have a look. Yes. Keep coming with those questions. Challenge me. Gemma, should I stay at the Hilton Hotel for 3 nights next week? Yes. Emma Rose, will I go on an autumn season Hollister shopping spree this year? Oh, let's see. Oh, yes. Definitely, definitely. Raylene is asking, will I get the rural property? Yes. Ooh. You can tell it's like the yes is like Catherine asks, I applied for a transfer to California. Will my employer have a position there for me or the job offer from it? Okay, will there be a position there in California? Let's have a look at that, Catherine. No. Gosh, doesn't that lightning round go fast? It's the fastest 3 minutes that I ever experienced. And there was so much more to so many of those questions. Thank you so much for playing, and we will get to play the lightning round once again a little later in the show. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot of difference between the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. And one of the biggest major difference is the seasons. In the Northern Hemisphere, you are experiencing summer. Here in the southern hemisphere, I am experiencing winter. Now, we have the solstice coming up, and it's the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere and the winter solstice here in the southern hemisphere. So the summer solstice is happening on the 20th of June, and because of the time difference between the northern and the southern hemisphere where I am, it's the winter solstice on the 21st of June. So what's the difference between them? Well, the summer solstice, you are experiencing the longest day and the shortest night. Here where I am with the winter solstice, we will be experiencing the shortest day and the longest night. So it's all upside down when you live on different hemispheres of the planet. But with the summer solstice and the winter solstice, they are usually times of celebration. With the summer solstice, it's a time of honoring the sun, honoring the strength of the sun, honoring the harvest, the celebration of the light in our lives, and honoring the mystical, the mythical as well. With the winter solstice, we are also honoring the sun, but we are also letting the sun go, because what will happen is we have a mythical battle between the two kings. This is a great little mythological story. We've got the two kings. We have the Oak King and we have the Holly King. The Oak King rules midwinter through to midsummer, and the Holly King rules from midsummer through to midwinter. So when they meet at the solstices, they have a great battle to see who is going to win. So the Holly King for the northern hemisphere wins because he beats the Sun King, and here it's the opposite in the southern hemisphere. I know it sounds complicated, but just remember, think about where you are in the world. Northern hemisphere, you're celebrating the sun and summer. The days is going to start to get shorter from now on, and it's the opposite here in the southern hemisphere. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? We have Gemma. Hello, beautiful Gemma. Gemma says, the love between Adam and I has grown so much lately. He's talking about his feelings. Isn't that wonderful? And she says, I'm getting better going out more too, so the relationship looks more promising. Will things work out in the long term? All right, Gemma, let's have a little look for you and see if things are going to work out between you and Adam. You know, the feeling I'm getting is definitely a yes. This has been a long time coming for you to be able to hear what Adam is truly feeling for you. But let's lay out some cards. All right, so the first card I have is the King of Swords. And this is saying to me that Adam's really made up his mind about commitment. He really wants to be with you. He's very secure in that. And he is starting to communicate about his commitment to you, not just to you, but he is starting to open up to other people as well. Let's add a T coin to that. And yes, the T coin's just confirming it. I've got the bird. The bird is all about talk and chatter. So I feel that Adam is really starting to open up a lot more generally about his commitment to you and the relationship in general. Now, I do have the 10 of Cups reversed here. So I feel like there is still, even though he's opening up, there's still a little bit of holding back about putting too much information on social media and places like that, because Adam is a very private person. So just be aware, if he's not talking about it too much on social media, don't worry about it, because the commitment is there. I also have the Ace of Wands here, and I kind of feel with this Ace of Wands, there's a kind of a new spark in the relationship. There's a new beginning that is happening with Adam opening up his heart and talking about his feelings more. Let's add a T coin to that and see what we have. And we've got the butterfly, once again, confirming transformation and change. I do see this relationship continuing to grow in the same way, on the same path that it is on now. I feel like this is a milestone moment for Adam in particular, in how he expresses himself and how he expresses his feelings. So, Gemma, you have absolutely nothing to worry about when it comes to your relationship with Adam for the long term. home. And Gemma says, that's amazing. Thank you. Also true. You are very, very welcome. And I just want to finish up with another card for you. I've got the Knight of Pentacles. So just be aware that Adam is a slow mover. This is moving forward slowly. So don't try and rush it. And I think it's better for you if the relationship continues to move forward slowly as well. What I love about this card, he's got his arm around the woman and he's also got a friend there. And this is kind of showing me that he has drawn you into his circle and is much more open about the relationship. Oh my goodness, my Gemma, we have the bell. I do hope you found that to be of help. And thank you for that great question. That is an example of a really good specific question. I have a little bit of a feel of what's going on and it allowed me to jump straight in. Now, as we go through the evening and I do readings for you, if you would like to leave some feedback about the readings, you can go to journeyrhinelive.com/reviews. We appreciate your feedback because what you think about the readings is important to us here at My Psychic Connection. Now, I wanted to do a little crone contemplation for you. I have this amazing deck of cards. They are questions, not answers. And before the show, I chose a card and the card says, what if I choose more wisely how I invest my time? Is that something that you think about? Or are you so busy that you just keep adding to that to-do list? Are you investing your time and energy into areas of life that don't perhaps need that much time, doesn't need that much energy, or perhaps doesn't serve you as well as it could? You know, how do you invest your time and how can you use your time more wisely when we live in this super fast-paced, get-it-done-now world? So just a little crone contemplation for you to consider tonight. Let me know what you think. Are you finding that you're struggling with time? You're struggling to get things done in the time frame that you've set? Or are you kind of cruising along going, no, I've got it down, I've got it ready? I'd love to hear what you think. We'll talk about that after the next question. So who do we have, please? And we have our beautiful Emma Rose. Emma Rose says, hi, Innerji. I created a public Snapchat account yesterday that is separate from my private one. I made this public one in order to gain more attention and fame in the entertainment industry. I would like to know, as long as I'm consistent and put all the extremely hard work and diligence into my public Snapchat page, if it will become successful. My old public Snapchat page had about 940 subscribers. Thanks. Well, let's have a look at this Snapchat page. I'm going to look at, you've just started it, so I'm just going to look at the energy of it now. I'm going to look at the energy of it 6 months from now and then the second 6 months. So we're looking a year ahead. I'm going to look at the challenges with this particular Snapchat page and the positives. So at the moment, yeah, you're just getting started. I've got the Temperance card reversed. You're very excited about it, but I am getting a lot of nervousness. I'm getting a lot of, am I putting energy into something? Just like that last card, what am I putting my time in? Am I using it wisely? So I feel like this is a little bit of an experiment for you starting this Snapchat page. So you've got to take it slowly. You've got to turn this card, Temperance card, around and get things back into balance. What I'm seeing with this Snapchat page is you've got to get a little bit of a balance between what you're saying on that Snapchat, what you're showing on that Snapchat, and how it relates to what it is that you want to achieve, what your long-term goal is. Let's add, and Emma Rose says, sounds about right. Yes, it takes time. But I've got the roses here, so I do see it slowly blossoming and growing. But Emma Rose, my sweet, it's about you being patient. The other card I have, over the next 6 months, I've got the Seven of Swords. And over the next 6 months, you're going to kind of be going backwards and forwards. This is where I'm headed with it. But you're looking back at what you've done before. You're looking back at your old Snapchat page. But you've got to really stay present. You don't need... We've got the bell. That goes so quickly. Emma Rose says, I'm also extremely fearful of people blackmailing me online and spreading false rumors about me. Now, this is for everybody. Online, internet, social media, it can be a minefield. It's so easy for faceless people to point fingers and put up negative comments and say negative things and try and spread rumors, because some people just enjoy the drama of that. All I can say to that, and this is for everyone, if you have a social media account, if you're online in some way, you know, haters are going to hate. You just have to deal with it. You just have to deal with the trolls. They are everywhere. So don't let it get to you. If you're doing something online, don't let the negativity get to you. Stay true and authentic to your goals and what it is that you're trying to achieve by being on your social media platform. Because, and Emma Rose says, thank you, sounds good. Emma Rose, you are so welcome. So did anyone have any thoughts? What are your thoughts about this using time wisely? I am very organized. I have Capricorn rising, and a Sagittarius sun. So Sagittarius just wants to play and not worry about organizing, but Capricorn loves to get organized. So what I'm seeing here with this question that I asked a little bit earlier, what if I choose wisely how I invest my time? One way to work that out is to actually have a little bit of a time plan for yourself. Utilize a diary, utilize that to-do list, but don't just write out a list of to-dos. Prioritize what's important for you, what you need to get done first, and then the rest can be left. So I do hope you found that to be of help. And woohoo, yes, it's the Colors of Life game, my brand new game. So how do you play? Before the show, I chose a particular color. Over the next few minutes, you have to key in as many guesses as you can about which color I have chosen. Or if you want to practice your psychic skills, you can tune in and see if you can pick up on the color that I chose before the show. So start keying in now, because the winning color will win a special divination reading with me. Now, don't forget, here at My Psychic Connection, we have some amazing content on our YouTube channel as well as the live shows. We have the YouTube shorts. Every day you can pop on and see the angel numbers with our beautiful Journey Ryan. There's Alice's time tarot reading with our beautiful Kay, the intuitive empath. Cassidy, the card slinger, slings those cards, and then we get her reading for the day as well with her tarot and oracle decks. And I do the numero tarot. Yes, I combine numerology and tarot into one reading for the day for you. We look at the numerology for the day, and and we have a winner, Emma Rose. Congratulations. Yes, Emma Rose, the color is blue. Blue is an amazing color. It symbolizes security. It's a color of being calm. It's a color of quietly being confident. It's also a color of being receptive. But just like anything in life, we have duality. So some of the less positive aspects of blue is that sometimes you can be a little bit too passive, a little bit too conservative, which can lead into feeling a little bit predictable and a little bit down in the dumps. But let's focus on the positive qualities of blue to relax, support, calm. But congratulations, Emma Rose, you have won a special divination reading from me. Let's get my decks. I am going to use a combination of my numerology deck and my Colors of Life deck. So let's start off with some numerology for you, Emma Rose. Oh, wow. Okay. And then a couple of colors. Let's see what they are for you. All right, so the first card I have is the number 5. So Emma Rose, change is on its way for you, and it's about you being open to the change and being flexible with it. Sometimes change can be a little bit hard for us to deal with, particularly when it happens quickly. But Emma Rose, I think you are up for it. You're a Gemini. You're good with change. You love variety. So I feel a lot of change is coming your way with this number 5. But what gets in the way of change for you, Emma, is your outlook, worrying about what other people think. Forget them. What you think, that is what's important, and that's going to allow you to move forward with change. I also have the number 1, and this is about you standing tall. Have you ever looked at the number 1 digit? It's a straight up and down. So this is about you standing tall. This is about you being independent and staying true and taking some risks, calculated risks, but taking a few risks about this change that is coming your way. Now, I also have the color coral, and this is about allowing flow and synchronicity into your life. Your self-doubts, your worrying about other people is actually putting up an energy barrier to some of the things that you want to achieve. And Emma Rose says, I care way too much about what others think, lol. Yeah, you do. I'm calling you out on Emma Rose. You do worry about what other people think. And really, that's their problem, not yours if it's something negative. So focus on the color, this beautiful coral, this beautiful orangey pink coral, to allow you to go with the flow of this change and to allow you to accept this synchronicity of change that is coming to you. The other color I have is lilac, and this is strength in faith. And this is about saying, stay strong. Use this independent number 1 energy to strongly believe in yourself, to stay true to you, to keep the faith, so to speak, about what it is that you want to achieve in life and how you want to get there. So Emma Rose, change is on its way. Don't let those thoughts in your head get in the way of the change that's coming. Go with the flow, accept the synchronicity, stand tall and be courageous, and keep the faith. Congratulations on being the Colours of Life game winner. I do hope you have found that reading to be helpful. I do hope you enjoyed those 2 decks tonight. And Emma Rose says, I'm glad you're behind honest. Honesty is the best policy. Absolutely. You know, honesty is the best policy. Sometimes though, and this is for everybody, and Emma Rose says, thank you lots. That's awesome. Sweetheart, you are so welcome. And this is for everybody. The thing about honesty is how we deliver our truth, how we say what is honest. Sometimes we need to be blunt to get our message across, but other times we need to approach our honesty in a more sensitive, nurturing way. So yeah, that's a hard one sometimes, because I'm a Sagittarius, so I just want to say it out there, you know, foot and mouth disease. But how we say our truth to someone can make a difference in how they respond to us. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have JMC. Hi, JMC. Welcome. I don't think I've seen you here at the show before, so welcome to my show. And JMC asks, will my husband and I reconcile next month, please? Thank you so much. All right, JMC, let's have a look. I'm going to use my relationship deck for you and have a look at this relationship. So we're, coming towards the end of June. We're about 3 weeks in. So I'm going to have a look at the rest of this month. And then I'm going to look at July, because that was your specific question. And then I want to look at maybe some of the challenges around this relationship and the positives. So right at the moment, there's a lot of judgment going on with this relationship. Lots of people, well, not lots of people, but people have been making judgments around it. Not just you and the other person, but other people have been putting their 2 cents worth in. So I'm seeing a lot of external influence when it comes to the possibility of reconciliation happening. And I feel that people are saying, no, don't do it. No, don't do it. Over the next month, look, I am not seeing a reconciliation in the next month. I have the Queen of Pentacles here. And what this is saying to me is that for you, JMC, you've got to get comfortable with you again. I feel that you're really hurting at the moment, and my heart goes out to you. But I see you need to get settled within yourself. You need to get comfortable with you before you can even consider looking at whether a reconciliation is possible. The challenges are the Page of Wands. I feel the other person is out there doing their own thing. They're sort of getting a new life together. They're kind of just getting things together. So I don't feel like they're looking at you in terms of reconciliation. The positives are, though, I've got the 8 of Cups reversed. And when this card is upright, it shows someone who's, down in the dumps, despairing, somebody's left them. Oh, I've got the bell. JMC, I know it's probably not the news you were wanting to hear, but you need to give this time. And that goes for anything that's going on with relationships. We need to allow things to take their time. Again, as I was saying before, we live in such a fast-paced world where we want it now. We want the result now. Why can't it happen now? Everything seems to happen quickly. But when it comes to the matters of the heart, they have their own timing, their own gestational period. So just be aware of that. Okay, I think we are coming up to another lightning round soon. There's a saying that lightning never strikes in the same place twice. Well, we are belying. And we are belying that here at My Psychic Connection because, yes, lightning did strike twice in the same spot. So it's our second round of the lightning round. You have 3 minutes to ask me your yes, no questions. So you can put in as many questions as you want, type in nice and quickly, and I will answer with either a yes, a no, or an undetermined. Now, why is undetermined in there? Well, sometimes either the timing is not right for you to know the yes or no answer, or sometimes there is something else going on that needs to happen first before we can get to a yes/no answer. So start keying in those questions. Challenge me. I'm excited to do another round. It's a fun game. It challenges me. And I love all the questions that you're putting in. Now, just a reminder that we're not doing any medical or legal questions on the live show. If you have questions like that, you can head on over to mypsychicconnection.com and ask those questions there. But remember, you always need to go to the professionals for appropriate medical or legal advice. So we will skip if you sneak any of those questions in. So let's start putting in those questions for the lightning round. And Gemma says, will Adam ask me to move into his house with him eventually? Yes. Gemma, will I go to my brother's wedding reception? Yes. Wow. Kat, is Jeff still mad at me? Yes. Raylene, will I get a new car this year? Undetermined. More to that one. Keith, will I be famous in the future? Let's have a look. Yes. More to that one as well. Gemma, would it be better to stay at the hotel for 2 nights? Let's see what we've got. No. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I will just say A. Should I invite Kirill on my birthday? Let's have a look. Should I invite Kirill on my birthday? No. Ooh. Emma Rose, is it true that there are people from my hometown that still spy on me religiously? She's laughing out loud with that question. Oh, undetermined. There's more to that as well. That's a medical question. So let's go on to the next question, please. Alexa, will Kim's sister get the help she needs? Let's have a look. Yes. Thank you for your question, Alexa. Gemma, will I enjoy my brother's wedding? Yes, but more to it. Emma Rose, will I have a good Halloween this year? Oh, yes. Gemma asks, should I stay away from Vicky? Oh, should I stay away from Vicky? No. Emma Rose, did I make a positive impact on Riley's life? Undetermined. Gemma, will Adam and I go to Brighton next year? No. More to that one as well. Alexa. Hi, Alexa. Will I get a new car this summer? No. Gemma. Is Adam's ex still spying on me? No. Emma Rose, will Brianna's beautician business take off? No. More to that one as well. Oh, wow. Thank you for playing the second round of the lightning round. I absolutely love doing it. I love that we've got 2 lightning rounds and that we have lightning that strikes in the same place twice. Those were really great questions. They really were. Now, of course, if you would like to go deeper into any of your yes or no questions, you can always make a donation. So remember that you can make a donation by just going into the chat, clicking on the link and making sure that you type your question in. Raylene says, thank you. Raylene, my sweet, you are so welcome. And Emma Rose says, well done. Oh, thank you, Emma Rose. That feedback is lovely. I love everyone's feedback. And I love to see that everyone is talking to each other in the chat as well as to me. So let's get some conversations going around that. But in the meantime, let's take our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Kat. Kat asks, how does Jess feel about me? I'm wondering if it's over. We used to be romantic. Well, let's look at my relationship deck and see. What are Jeff's feelings towards you? Is it over? Let's see what we've got. It's a little bit of a mixed bag, I have to say, in regard to Jeff's feelings, because I've got the Star card, and I think you're wishing and hoping that it wasn't over. You're wishing and hoping that, you know, this connection could be remade and could become stronger again. What I'm seeing here with the 4 of Pentacles upside down is that, you know, I feel that there is a little bit of a chance there, but the timing is not right for it. I have the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So I kind of feel that Jeff is healing his emotions with this King of Cups. I feel he's on his way to healing his emotions, healing some past hurt that is stopping him from committing, not just to getting a connection with you, but to getting a connection with anyone. Because with this King of Pentacles, I see him doing his own thing. I feel he is not ready to reconnect with you in a romantic way. In terms of his feelings, I feel like he's looking at his life from a different perspective. I feel like he's gone through a lot of change emotionally. And as I said, he's healing and he's getting ready to move on. But he's seeing relationships from a new perspective now. I want to add some T-coins to that for you, my dear, and see what we can add to it. Now, I've got the roses here, and the roses are all about blooming and growing. And of course, roses are about growth. So what I'm seeing here is that there is a potential for you to reconnect, but I don't see it necessarily being straight into a romantic connection, getting together. Oh, thank you so much for your question. That was a good one. Another great example of a good detailed question. Lost love. Lost loves. We've all experienced lost loves at different times in our lives, haven't we? And the pain of it, even though on the outside we seem to get over it, sometimes the pain of it can get in the way of us opening up to new relationships, opening up to bringing new people into our hearts. We kind of put armor around our hearts. And that's something I'd like you to consider. Where are you at now? If you've left a difficult relationship or someone has left you and your heart is healing, how do you know when you're ready to open up your heart again? That's something for you to consider, because like grief, there's no time limit on how we heal our heart and how long it takes for us to heal our heart. But the thing I really wanted to say is, remember, when it comes to the heart, it's about nurturing yourself first, nurturing your own self-love, even if a relationship has ended. So I do hope you found that to be of help. All right, let's move on to our next question. Who do we have, please? Oh, it's time for Let's Talk Astrology. Yes. Now, if you missed Squirrel's show last night, Squirrel was talking about the full moon in Capricorn. She was talking about the summer and winter solstice, which I spoke a little bit about earlier as well. And she also spoke about this coming together of this full moon and the solstice, and also the sun just moving into Cancer on the 20th of June as something that only happens about every 19 or 20 years. So I thought I would share with you how you could support yourself with this very, very big energetic sort of situation that is happening in the skies. Now, full moon in Capricorn, what does that mean? It means that the moon is directly opposite the sun in the sky. They're as far apart as they can be. And when two things are opposing each other, it means that there's a push-pull between them. There is a tension between them. Now, with Cancer, the sun in Cancer, this is all about home and family, where it's an emotionally driven energy. It's a cardinal energy. So anything that's initiated is initiated through the emotions first. Then with Capricorn, Capricorn is cardinal earth, and that's about the practicalities, the responsibilities of life, and taking action on the things that need to be done. So with this full moon in Capricorn, we have this opposition between our responsibilities, how we feel, our duty to our home and family, and then on the Capricorn side, it's about career, it's about how we put ourselves out in the world, it's about our strategies, our planning. So there is this push-pull between the needs of home and family and the needs of work, career, what we practically need to do in the world. So I have got a couple of little support for you with crystals and essential oils. Now, normally Capricorn, I'd associate that with hematite, but because of this opposition, I want to swap over the crystals as well. So if you have sun in Cancer, or you're finding this full moon in Capricorn is going to be a bit challenging for you, then look at hematite. Hematite is an amazing crystal. It is very, very grounding. It helps you keep both feet on the ground. And even though this is only a little tumble, this is a physically heavy crystal. It is really quite heavy. So this will help you get practical around your emotions. The essential oil that I chose for the sun in Cancer energy is cedarwood. And Emma Rose says, my moon is in Capricorn. So this will affect you quite strongly, Emma. And if you have Capricorn rising or a lot of Capricorn in your chart, this full moon is stronger in that regard. Now, cedarwood. Cedarwood, one of my favorite essential oils, is an amazing oil also to help you stay grounded. Now, please don't put your essential oils directly onto your skin unless you are going to go to an aromatherapist. Oh, and there we have it. Gosh, doesn't that 3 minutes go fast? And I have so much more to share. I might share a little bit more later in the show. We'll see how we go. But let's talk astrology. So much going on in the sky. I hope you found that to be a little bit of help with this full moon in Capricorn and the sun going into Cancer. So that's happening sort of this Thursday, Friday, depending where you are in the world. Okay. And Emma Rose says, what are some good crystals and healing oils for those born under a Capricorn moon? Well, I really like Roman chamomile. Now, Roman chamomile is a soft, nurturing oil. And this is the other oil I was going to talk about for the full moon in Capricorn. You know, this Capricorn is about achievement, success, getting yourself out there in the world and doing it in a really super earthy, practical way. And sometimes when you get so focused on that, because the full moon in Capricorn, it's a weak moon. It's not a strong moon when it's in Capricorn. It's not as emotional as, say, when it's in its ruling sign of Cancer. So Roman chamomile is a beautiful, soft, gentle, nurturing oil that can help when you get that too extreme about the practicalities of life, the responsibilities of life, that weighing down that can happen with that moon in Capricorn. And then the crystal I would suggest for that full moon in Capricorn, again, opposite. Normally we would say, oh, this would be great for Cancer because it's rose quartz. It's all about the heart. But this is about bringing a bit of heart, a bit of compassion into that Capricorn energy. So think of it as balancing out the opposite. So Emma Rose, thank you for that great question. And I do hope that's of help to everyone who might be feeling challenged with this full moon energy. All right, let's go on to our next question, please. Who do we have? And we have Raylene. And Raylene asks, can I ask if my mother will get a house soon where she wants? Well, soon's a bit of a relative question, so I'm going to have a little look at a few months ahead for you. Will she get the house she wants, and will it happen soon? So let's have a look for you. I feel that she's been dreaming of this for so long. It's something that is really, really coming from her heart space. But I am seeing some struggles around getting the house that she wants. I have the 5 of Cups reversed. Now, what I see with this 5 of Cups reversed is that she's starting to realize, talking about full moon and practicalities of Capricorn, she's starting to realize that in order to do this, there's going to be some things that are going to get in the way of her getting the house that she wants. But I feel that she's not to give up hope, because I do have this 9 of Wands reversed. So there's still a little bit of a push that needs to happen. I do feel that eventually things will start to come good, because I've got those swords reversed. I've got the 8 of Swords reversed. She's not feeling so trapped. So I feel like there is something getting in the way of her getting the house that she wants. And I feel it's going to create a delay in terms of how soon. It is going to take longer than she would like. Now, what's just been popped into my head, Raylene, is that I know this is the house she wants, but there is something else out there as well. So I feel for you, Mum, she needs to sort of open up her viewpoint around what else might be out there as a backup plan, just in case, because I actually feel there's something going on with this house that's just not quite right. Let's add some T coins to that for you. And I've got the T coin of the rising hot air balloon. So this is saying that, you know, she just needs to stay calm. She just needs to release the stress and the push around this. Remember, when one door closes, another always opens. I do see potential for her getting the house. I've got the ring of commitment, and that's about long-term commitment, but I do see a delay. I do see something that's not been either ticked off in the application or ticked off in the paperwork that needs to be looked at. So go back and review that and see if there is anything that is missing. And once again, thank you so much for your question. I really, really appreciate it. And remember, if you would like to give some feedback on any of the readings tonight or on any of the shows, you can go to journeyrhinelive.com/reviews and leave your review there. We would really appreciate it. And don't forget, if you would like to dive deeper into any of your questions, you can donate this evening by clicking the link in the chat and popping in your question. Remember, you can choose from a quick read, you can choose from a mini, a medium, or a mega, and the mini, medium, and mega are all untimed. They take as long as they take. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Who do we have, please? And we have Catherine. Catherine asks, if I don't get a position with my current employer, do you still see a move to California with a different employer? Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. A move to California with a different employer. What is coming up for you with that? I do see that that's the possibility for you. I have the Ace of Wands reversed. So I feel that the spark and the energy is there for that potential to come your way. So what this is saying to me is, don't give up on where you are, even though it doesn't look like that's going to come about. Again, it's a timing thing, but it doesn't mean you can't start looking around to see what else is there. If California is the place that you want to live, the place that you want to be. I've also got the 3 of Wands here, and I feel like you've got to really work out for yourself what it is that you want to achieve with this move. What do you want it to look like? With this 3 of Wands, he's gazing at the sun. He's gazing at the sun out in the distance, looking at the horizon. So when you're looking at this potential move to California and potentially getting a new job, you really need to look at the bigger picture. It's not just about getting a new job. It's not just about the move. It is about the lifestyle change as well and what that will mean to you. I've got the Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Coins as it's sometimes called. And so what I see with this move is that it's about doing it bit by bit. I know that sounds a little bit funny, but I do see a small opportunity for a new job coming away with a different employer with California. But there's timing here. There's timing issues around it. And there's a lot of work to be done because I also have the 7 of coins reversed. So I feel like you've got a lot of background research to do. I feel you actually haven't started looking yet. So it's time to put your skates on and have a look at what's out there. Have a look at all aspects of moving to California, because it's not just about the job. The job will be... Oh gosh, and we've got the bell again. I love the bell because it keeps me on track. So I do hope that was of help for you, Catherine. And again, thank you for another great question. Now, I want to talk a little bit about numerology. Yes, I am a numerologist. I love my numbers. Don't like adding them up, but the good thing about numerology is it's easy to add up some numbers as opposed to the old maths that we used to do at school. But more about that later. It's the emoji contest. Wow, we are here with the emoji contest. I cannot believe it already. I bet there were lots of emojis coming in, and the winner is Emma R. You're tonight's emoji contest winner. Yay! Congratulations. So I'm going to do a special divination reading for you, and I'm going to swap out some decks, and I'm going to use something new tonight as well. I'm using my hybrid deck, which I've used before. It's an oracle deck, and I'm also going to use some witches runes for a little bit of a different take for you, Emma. So let's shuffle the deck and see what your reading is going to be about. And remember, when it comes to general readings, this is the only time I do them here on the live show. But if you would like a general reading, you can pop over, not now, after the show, you can pop over to mypsychicconnection.com. And Emma Rose says, yes. And I'm saying, yes, Emma Rose. Let's see what we have. This first card, you're gonna see a theme with this first card, Miss Emma Rose. Free spirit. Be your own person. Stop trying to be what everybody else expects of you. Be yourself. That is warts and all. We all have our foibles. We all have our own little things that, we think we could improve on, but be yourself. The ongoing theme for you, Emma, and it's been going on for quite some time now and will continue, is to be yourself. Be true to you. Be your own person. Don't let others influence you. Now we're going to add a witch's rune onto this. And the witch's rune I have is the crossroads. I also sometimes see this as a compass. So I kind of feel for you, Emma Rose, that until you start focusing on you, focusing on what you want and not being influenced by other people, you're going to stay at this crossroads. And Emma Rose says, yes, Saturn is in my rising sign of Pisces, so I'm hoping it'll help me find my true self. Well, you see, the good thing about Saturn for you, Emma Rose, being at this crossroads, it's going to help you set appropriate boundaries, because Saturn in Pisces can be a bit challenging. That Pisces energy just wants to go with the flow and be creative and be imaginative, and that's what you are. But the Saturn brings in those boundaries so that you don't go off on all of these tangents and be easily influenced by others. So that is a life lesson for you. The next card I have is dreaming. Be aware of your dreams at the moment. Keep a journal next to your bed and write them down, and then contemplate what they might mean for you. And this is also about the dreaming we do when we're awake. We don't just dream when we're asleep. What is imagination? What is daydreaming? I want you to daydream about what it is that you want to bring into your life, what you want to manifest, because daydreaming, or using that ability to see what you want to bring in, is part of the manifestation process. And a witch's rune for you as well. And I've got the moon. So the moon is saying, trust your instincts, trust what you're feeling, trust your intuition, and follow that. Emma Rose says, I have a lot of daytime visions, lol. I get it. I have a constant movie screen going on in my head with my daydreams. So, pay attention to those. If some of them are just wishful thinking. Emma Rose says, I create my own destiny. Yes, do it. Do it. Make it yours. So with this moon energy, especially with the moon in Capricorn coming up, for you, it is about looking at what you're dreaming of, but what practical steps are you taking towards it? And finally, I've got self-exploration. This is a time for you to dive deeper into yourself, not just when it comes to what you want to achieve and career, success, all that kind of thing, but this is about self-exploration, about who you truly are in the world. I feel that you have been bounced around a little bit by other people who say, you're not this, you're not that. You need to look at that self-exploration, go deep into your own being, go deep into your own soul and spirit to see who you truly are. And the final witch's rune I have for you is the arrow of the male, masculinity. Now, masculinity doesn't necessarily mean, and Emma Rose says, yes, absolutely. Now, this sign of masculinity or the male energy is not just about a male person or a gender. It's about how you put yourself out there in the world. Have a look at this. It's an arrow pointing straight up. So this is about you setting this goal. We had the crossroads at the beginning. It's about you doing the self-exploration to set the goal for where it is that you want to go. What path do you want to take? You choose, no one else. Congratulations on being tonight's emoji winner. Thank you for playing, and thank you to everyone who participated. The emoji game is so much fun, and I hope you all enjoyed seeing my witches' runes because I haven't used them on the show before. I will bring them in a little more often if that is something that interests you. Okay. Wowee, we are at the last question already. Where has this night gone? Okay, who do we have for the last question? And it's Nicola. Hello, Nicola. Welcome. So Nicola asks, love card, please, on career. Will I change it or keep my career for now? So let's have a look at you in regard to staying with your current career or changing it. So let's have a look at staying with your current career. What would that look like? And then we'll have a look at if you changed careers, what would that look like? And that gives you something to contemplate. I feel at the moment it's important for you to stay where you are. I've got the death card reversed. Now, don't get scared by the name death card. Death card is about change and transformation. So when I see the death card reversed, I see no change for you. I see you staying on your current career path and in your current job for now. I feel that there is movement within your current job in the future. I've got the Nine of Cups, and I feel that that will bring a bit more satisfaction. I feel that the reason you're asking the question is you're a bit dissatisfied with the job at the moment. It's not emotionally fulfilling. And I know that sounds crazy to say about work, but you know, work takes up so much of your life that you need to feel good about it. You need to feel passionate about it. You need to feel the love for it. So whilst that's waning at the moment, I do see that starting to change. And then I have the Nine of Pentacles. So I kind of feel in this current job that you're feeling that you're not getting enough autonomy, that you're not getting enough, shall we say, authority to be able to do your job well. I feel like there's a lot of interference and that's kind of getting in the way. But I don't see a change happening for that in the near future. If you did decide to make a career change, I've got the King of Cups reversed, and that's saying it would be emotional turmoil for you. It will really throw you out of your comfort zone if you do it before you're ready to make the change. With a new career path at the moment or in the near future, I don't see it being the right choice for you. We've got the bell. Thank you so much for your question. Thank you to everyone for all of your questions this evening. I absolutely loved reading for you and answering them. Now, don't forget, we have a ton of fabulous live shows here at My Psychic Connection. So tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard, we have our own Cassidy, the card slinger, with her 10,000 decks that she has in her collection. I love watching her show to see all the different decks that she has and her amazing readings. Then on Monday at 10 p.m., it's Kay, the Intuitive Empath. Now, Kay has something new on her show, which I am absolutely fascinated by. She is doing a mediumship moment where she will do some channeled messages. So if you haven't seen that yet, check in Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Then on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, it's our beautiful Mystical Guidance with Mystical Liz. Her insights are absolutely amazing and she will answer your questions for you. Then the fun continues at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard on Tuesday night. Whispers from the Forest. Our beautiful psychic squirrel will be whispering her deep insights, sharing some fun jokes, bringing in some great laughter as well, which is something that we all need in our lives. And then next Wednesday, that's 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can find out all about love and what's love got to do with it, with our own beautiful, sweet bunny sugars. And then I will be back again next Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For my friends in Australia, that's midday on Thursday because of the time difference. And I will bring another packed show where we'll talk about all sorts of things, we'll share all sorts of things, have some great conversations. I wish you the best of weeks. Until next time, many blessings to you.